Okay, parents, I'm going to demonstrate what the afternoon dismissal looks like for a parent who's picking up a kindergartner or a first grader. So I'm on the left-hand side of the school. I'm actually driving in my car, and if I come up to this white line, I'm going to be on the left-hand side of it. The right hand is going to take me into the second grade car loop. So I'm going to stay to the left of the white line. On the first day of school and every other day, you'll see two cones right in front of us. That's where I'll stop. This is where Officer Brunson will be in the afternoons, and also myself. I'll be calling cars on this side. So what we'll do is we'll call cars about 8 or 9 at a time, and Officer Brunson will stop traffic from the second grade car loop, and I'll call the cars, and you will head to the back bus loop. You may hear me call your number, you may not. Just know that you need to pull down to the next number. So let's just pretend this gold car is number 6. I would be number 7. You'll see some orange numbers on the post, and that's where your child will go to. Your child will be at that number. We'll try to call them out a little early so your child will already be at the number. Once they load up, you're good to go. Follow in line behind the other cars. Don't pass the other cars like I just did, but follow in line with the other cars. And if you do need to buckle your kindergartner or first grader up, we do ask that you go ahead and move the line, and then you can pull over to the side and reach back and make sure your child is safe before you enter the main road. So that is the kindergarten first grade dismissal line. Okay, parents, this time I'm going to demonstrate what a parent would do if they're picking up a second grader or a learning lab student and their siblings. So I'll go down to the left-hand side of the school, enter the main, the second grade car loop by staying to the right of the white line. It actually has an arrow there to help guide you. If you're not first in line, you won't be stopped by the cones, and you could just keep on going. You don't have to stop right here because it's a right turning lane. Make sure you stay within the lines. And parents, you will loop around the second grade car loop. And this is for second grade students and their siblings. So if you have a 5th grader and a 2nd grader, you will come here to pick up the 2nd grader and the 5th grader. And this is also for learning lab students and their siblings. So even if you have, for example, a younger sibling of a learning lab student, they will still come to this side. So the learning lab students, this is where they dismiss. So if you have a kindergartner and a learning lab student, they will still dismiss where the learning lab students dismiss. So this is where the students will be picked up. You'll have 1 through 5 right here. You'll go to the next number, and you'll pull up to the next available number behind the cars in front of you. Your students should be at the cone. They'll load up, and you're good to go. One thing I do ask you to do as you leave this year is be sure to stop when you leave right here. Officer Brunson will be here directing traffic. He may ask you to stop because if you look to the right, kindergarten and first grade parents could be heading that way, or to the left, kindergarten and first grade parents could be trying to go get their children. So make sure you're listening to our officer for his traffic instructions. Okay, parents, this time we're going to pick up our 3rd or 4th graders. So this time we'll enter the main car loop, and this is for anyone who is picking up a 3rd grader, a 4th grader, or any older siblings. And this is something you guys are most familiar with because our 3rd and 4th graders we picked up at the main car loop. This also goes for arrival in the mornings. So this is the main car loop, and anyone can be dropped off in the mornings at our main car loop. These doors open at 6:50. So at 6:50, if you want to drop your student off using the main car loop, you're more than welcome to. I do ask that if you can, please don't come to school until 7:15 because we want to make sure our students are socially distant as possible, and we're holding our students in the auditorium and cafeteria and the gym before 7:15, before teachers come on duty. So if you can arrive later than 7:15, that'd be much appreciated. So if you're a 3rd and 4th grade parent, this is where you'll go. Mr. Hallman will call your number. Make sure you have your yellow tag, and we'll hand those out on the first day. And for example, you can see that I'm at number 7 here. and this is where I'd stop if the cars were in front of me. I do ask that even if you see your student at number 7 and there's a big gap in front of you, please pull all the way down to where the next car is. So it's likely that your student misheard their number and they're at the wrong number. So it could cause a backup if you don't follow in line to the car in front of you. So this is 3rd and 4th grade. Also is for anyone who wants to drop off their student for morning arrival. So this is the main car loop. All right, this is for our 5th grade parents. These parents have been with us the entire time and know how we usually do things, and it's not too bad, and we finally switched it up on them and changed it up for their final year here. Sorry about that, but I think this is going to work out. So if I'm a 5th grade parent, we use the main car loop, but instead of going straight, we will take a left into the parking lot, into the office area. I do ask that you guys, instead of going straight and taking a left, we'll probably have a little more cars at the very beginning, so take a right and loop around for us. If you're looping around here, just make sure you follow the cars in front. So our staff members are leaving a little late today, so they've been preparing their rooms for Tuesday. And this is where I'm gonna go if I'm a 5th grade parent. I'll go all the way up to the end of the 5th grade hallway. You'll see a few cones here, and this is where the students will stay in cones 1 through 5. If I'm the car that's number 1, this is where I'll stay. Miss Butler or Miss Shirley will be on this side, and they'll be directing you on what to do. They may ask you to stop here, and your student may be just to the right here waiting on you. They'll get in your car, and Miss Butler or Miss Shirley will tell you when to go, especially if a car is coming from the opposite direction. They may halt that car and let you go. So if you get the green light to go ahead, take a left, and loop right back out to the main car loop. So that's for 5th grade parents. And I think you know where you are now.